Hi, I'm Ekene Anu, and thanks again for watching my vlog. Today, I kind of wanted to do a virtual book reading. Okay, so some of you may know that I have written a couple of books. I wrote a novel called The Mrs. Club, and my second book, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, is called Can I Be Real? And this book is interesting because I didn't plan on writing. Shortly after I published The Mrs. Club, I just started experiencing all kinds of different things in my life, things that really pushed me to grow in ways that I didn't expect. And this book is sort of the product of that. In many ways, I was pregnant with ideas, with epiphanies, with spiritual growth. And so this book is faith-based. You don't have to be a Christian to be able to appreciate it, but I do speak from my Christian background. I called it Can I Be Real? An everyday woman's notes on living with life, love, and faith. And actually, I'm going to read a couple of notes. Like I said, this is a virtual book reading. And Can I Be Real is available. This is Can I Be Real? Where's the camera? Okay, let's do that. See, it says Superwoman Imperfect, Too Holy, Unspoiled. And those are all crossed out because let's be real, none of us is that. I certainly am not. And so this is what it looks like. She's thinking, and it's called Can I Be Real? It's available on Amazon, and you can also get a signed copy from my site at ekeneonline.com. Basically, I'm going to read a little bit of the introduction, and then I'll read one or two of the notes. For a few years now, people kept asking me to write an inspirational book. Impossible, I thought. I mean, after all, who am I? I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. I mean, it's not like I have all the answers. In truth, my life is currently full of questions. And I'll just do a sidebar. Then it was full of questions. Now it's even full of more questions, but you will have to keep on moving. Anyway, and if I can be real with you, I am a Christian, but a lot of the time, sidebar, most of the time, I stagger around making mistakes, and God in His infinite mercy has to keep sorting me out. Sometimes I feel like a complete mess. Most of the time, I feel like a complete mess, but I, put it together, keep it moving. Yet here I am. I'm nowhere near a pastor, minister, anything like that. And in fact, most of the time, well, a lot of times I feel like a Christian of little faith. But He told me to write. And I think the reason, and this is paraphrasing, is because it's important that we all know that we don't have to be perfect to be useful. We don't have to be perfect to impact other people's lives. I am so far from perfect. I make so many mistakes. I've made so many mistakes, so many things that I wish I could take back. I've hurt people that I love with my insensitivities, being selfish, just so far from perfect. But I think that's the point. Everybody has a gift, and God wants to use each person's gift. Even in your current state of imperfection, God can use it in a perfect way. I don't claim to have the secret or some other solution that will magically transform your life. I can't tell you that I know how to get the man of your dreams or become a millionaire through a dream board. I am not making that claim. I can't even tell you how to live a life devoid of pain. But what I can tell you is this: life is beautiful. It comes with its fair share of ups and downs. And as a human being, you'll make mistakes. Big ones and little ones. You will get knocked down. You will feel bad. But in all of these things, you can hold on to God. You can find time for laughter. You can make room for joy. And you can begin to make decisions that can change your life. Right? So that's the intro. I have a few favorite notes, but the first note I want to read is Redemption Song. And this is so close to me because I feel like I was redeemed. I am not one of these people who can say, oh, I'm a good girl. I used to be actually like one of these people that life was in black and white and then, oh, It just completely went off the tracks. And I'm actually kind of grateful that it did, because it opened my life up to the fact that we're all just human, and it allowed me to, because I had to see myself as human, I had to face myself, and that allowed me to see other people as human. And I'm learning. Every day. I'm learning. I'm trying to understand more, and well, it's a journey. So I want to read Redemption Song. So, I know this is for someone, and whoever you are, know that God loves you so much that He has decided that I shall not have rest until I say these things. A few days ago, I had a dream. Well, let me start from the beginning. One Sunday I was in church, and I heard a phrase in my head, Redemption Song. Now, before you all go off on some Bob Marley tangent, let me tell you what it meant. The preacher had just called for people who made mistakes they considered terrible and that had derailed their whole lives to come forward for prayer. I was among the first up there. Let me be honest, I practically ran. You see, I've messed up a lot in this my short life, and if not for the grace of God. Well, anyway, that's another gist for another day. But I noticed that the altar was filled with people, and I started thinking about women, as I often do, because this is my particular calling. And I kept hearing the phrase, redemption song, redemption song. That night I had a dream where I saw a woman I cared about. She was being accused and being held hostage because she was ashamed and hiding. And I kept telling her in my dream, why are you hiding? This is why Jesus died. When I woke up, I wondered what it all meant. And I realized that the woman is a symbol of all of us. You see, I know what it feels like to be accused. I know what it feels like to hear a voice in your head telling you how, because of what you have done and all the stuff that has happened in your life, that you are messed up. Sometimes the very places we are supposed to be able to go to get comfort, those are the very places that we are accused the most. I know so many people who have gone to church to receive redemption, and then they get accused by the holy and self-righteous brethren. I know of women who have become sexually promiscuous, yet they hate the act itself. After each encounter, they hate themselves. They act out of a self-destructive compulsion. They may self-medicate with various forms of material items, but inside they feel damaged and broken. Now here's the thing. Perhaps that's you. Somehow deep inside you feel like you can never hope for better. Maybe a man has told you could never do better than him. Maybe someone has demeaned you for something that has happened to you. Maybe someone has raped you or abused you, and your abusers have convinced you that you asked for it and you deserved it. Maybe you chose this life at one point, but now you wish you could erase the past and start again. Maybe you are a woman that hides from God because of past sin. The kind of sin that somebody told you could never be forgiven. Perhaps you were told your actions were an abomination before God. Perhaps you had an abortion. Maybe you've done something else. What I want to tell you is this. You don't have to hide and feel ashamed, because we have all messed up. True, maybe you didn't make the best choices. Believe me, I'm right there with you. Maybe people in your life, perhaps professed Christians, spend their time spouting off judgmental statements. I know all about this too. I used to be one of those people, until I saw that I wasn't anything special and that I could be just as messed up as the next person. If not for grace, I would even fall deeper into those dark places. I want to tell you that you are redeemed. Jesus redeemed me. One day I'll tell you the story. I want to tell you that He came to redeem you too. To be redeemed means to be liberated, to be released, to be rescued. It also means to make amends for, to compensate for, to exchange and trade in. So I'm going to put the book down for a minute and just talk. If you understand that that's what redeem means, it means that he came to compensate for everything you've done. He came to put his life in exchange for yours. All the stuff, all the things that you did that you're so ashamed of, that people have told you you can never get past, that's who you are. It's not true. You can be somebody different. You don't have to keep crucifying yourself. You don't have to keep saying, I am never going to be better than what I am. It's not true, because somebody has already come and said, I am standing in the gap for this person. That's amazing. Just amazing. I didn't mean to do this today. I wanted to just read from the book and maybe sell a few copies, but I really want to tell you that I don't care where you're starting from. Today is a new day. Okay, back to the book. I'm speaking to women today, even though the message is the same for men. Because I believe as women, we have a way of self-flagellating and punishing ourselves. A man can compartmentalize and move forward. He's like, I did that. Oh well, moving on. But women, we hold on to the shame and the guilt, even when it's not our fault. You see a woman who's carrying guilt for somebody else's actions. But I want to tell you that Jesus offers you hope, a way out of the bondage that you find yourself in. Even as I write this, I know that people of different faiths will read this. Like I said, this is not just about being a Christian. I'm trying to tell you that what I want you to know most of all is that you don't have to stay in a place that makes you unhappy. You don't have to stay in a place where you believe that you are worthless and ruined. You don't have to feel trapped. You are not worthless. You are priceless. You are not ruined, but renewed. And if you feel trapped, I want you to know that you have been set free. If I found a great shoe store, I would tell you. If I found a great hairstylist, I would share. Yep, I'm one of those people. So how can I not tell you when I found something that makes me whole again? This day, my dearest wish for you and for us all is that we sing that redemption song, and I'll even set it to a Bob Marley melody. Won't you help me sing this song of freedom? Be well and be happy. So that was Redemption Song. It's one of my favorite notes because I think it really offers hope. I read it, I'm at the risk of sounding narcissistic. Whenever I read it, it offers me hope. It just reminds me that, oh gosh, I didn't get it today, but tomorrow is another day, and I don't have to define myself by my mistakes. I am who I am. I'm who God says I am. If you are not a Jesus person, and this whole thing is not about banging it over your head, I'm just sharing with you something that I have learned and something that has touched me deeply. I respect your right to be who you are or who you want to be. But most of the notes, a lot of the notes are faith-based. Some are not. And gosh, the time has really gone. So I'm probably going to have to break this video into several parts. So listen, see, I'm flipping through the pages. There are a few notes in here. There's a lot of different notes in here. It's a good little book. You should purchase it. Shameless plug, I know. What are you going to do? This is a hustler's time.